Audio working? Yeah, it sounds like it. Alright, cool. Monomi Park. We need to talk. We really need to talk, because there is one thing in this game that drives me absolutely nuts. Why is there no radar? Now, this is a serious question, because really, think about it. When it comes to different games where you have to collect certain materials in order to make certain things, usually you're given a radar. Either that, or it is made very clear which areas give you which items. Now, some of these, like the perfect snowflake, yes, it is obvious that it gives you these in. It is obvious that it gives you these in the Powderfall Bluffs. That's fine. You're fine there. Stormglass, you have to go running around and get. You have to go running around during storms and get lucky. That's fine. That makes sense. Sunset, I had to look up where to get sunset because it was not made clear where you're supposed to get it, and it's a small area where it spawns. It was not made clear where you're supposed to get that. So a radar would have been helpful for that. And Strange Diamond, oh boy, the Strange Diamond. This is the biggest contender as to why you need a radar in this game. Take another game, for example, that doesn't have a radar. Minecraft. In Minecraft, one of the rarest things to find is diamonds. But it is very clear, it is very obvious to everyone who plays Minecraft that diamonds are found near bedrock. That is where they spawn. Strange diamonds don't have set spawn locations. They spawn wherever. I have found them in the most random of locations. I found a strange diamond in a forest. I found a strange diamond surrounded by trees over here in the Starlight Strand. I found one over here in the lava area, in place of a lava dust pump location. Like, they spawn in the most random of locations. Sometimes they spawn in caves, sometimes they spawn out in the overworld. There is no consistency as to where strange diamonds spawn. It took ages. I have played this game for over 75 hours at this point. 40 of those hours were spent trying to find the materials that I needed to make shit, and Strange Diamond took up a large chunk of that time. It was so incredibly annoying. There was no rhyme or reason to any of the spawn locations for Strange Diamond, and as far as I could tell, there were no areas that spawn them more frequently than the others. It truly is completely random where they show up, and yeah, here's the thing, for Gilded Gingers, it made sense. For Gilded Gingers in the first game, it made sense because it was one area. It was just the Glass Desert. That's all you had to worry about was the Glass Desert. Imagine if only one Gilded Ginger showed up in the entire world on a single day. Not just the Glass Desert, but everywhere in the map. It could spawn literally anywhere. It would be impossible to find it. Near impossible. Maybe not impossible, but near. It would be near impossible to get the amount of gilded gingers necessary to do what you want to do with them. So have a radar. That's the point I'm trying to make. You need a radar. You need a radar. And I already know how you can make it happen. You have 2 extra spots at the bottom of the screen. You could put a third extra tank there. Have 7 tanks plus a water tank. That's 8. And then next to the water tank, put a radar. Next to the water tank, put a radar. So you have number 9 on the keyboard would activate the radar, and then you could press WASD or the diagonal pads in order to select one of four options. The four options being pump resources, hive resources, drill resources, or special resources. And the special resources would mostly just be like storm glass, lightning motes, drift crystals, that stuff. Those would be the special cases. Hive resources would be anything attached to a tree. Attached to a tree. So sunsap's wild honey, beehives, anything coming up from a spout from the ground, such as perfect snowflakes and primordials, deep brine, silky sand, and lava dust. All that can be on the pump resource. Can be found when you select pump resources, and then drill, and then the drill resources for jellystone, slime fossil, strange diamond, and radiant ore. Have a radar, and it won't tell you exactly what, and the radar won't even tell you what you're going to find. It will just tell you you select what you want to find, and then you're wandering around, and then when you get within a certain range, let's say you want to get a strange diamond. When you get within a certain range of a drill resource, the radar will start to beep. Or start to flash, or something. It will alert you. That you are within range of one. And then it is up to the player to determine where you need to go in order to get to where this signal is coming from. And it won't tell you what resource you're going to find. It will just say a drill resource is within range. And then you have to go find it, and then it's still luck of the draw if it's going to be a radiant ore, strange diamond, slime fossil, or jellystone. It's still luck of the draw. But at the very least, it leads you to a location where a drill resource is located. It will make the time spent on gathering resources take much less time. That is the biggest issue I have with this game. In the first game, it was easy to get different resources. You just needed the right drills. Once you got the level 4 drills, getting strange diamonds was a piece of cake. Getting all the rare resources were super easy once you had the right harvesters. Here, when you have to gather resources yourself out in the overworld, you need something like a radar to help you. Otherwise, it takes ages. The way resources were handled in the first game was better than this. I love the idea of gathering resources out in the overworld. I think it's amazing. I think it's super cool. But there has to be some kind of a radar to let you know when you are within range, within a certain distance of certain types of materials. There has to be something like that. One for the special, one spot for the special items, one spot for stuff, for resources stuff to trees, one spot for pumps, one spot for drills, all that stuff. Just give us a radar with those 4 options. And it can be a personal upgrade. You can have it be an upgrade. You can have it be a personal upgrade, and heck, you can even make it to where that upgrade has its own set of upgrades. And one of the upgrades would be that it expands the area in which it can detect resources. That way, you're not just given it. And heck, you can even have it be the most expensive upgrade among all of these. Just getting that can be the most expensive upgrade among all of these. That way, you have to really work for it. And it's not something that is just easily given to you. Point is, you guys need to have some kind of a radar. That is just the bottom line. There needs to be some kind of radar, because gathering resources, the way it's done here, while it's a cool idea, it is very poorly executed. It is not fun spending more than 40 hours just trying to find the resources you need in order to make the most basic of upgrades. It is not fun. It is poorly executed and needs to be fixed. It needs a radar. That is the bottom line. And that's all. And I'm starting to repeat myself now, so that's where I'm going to end this. That is my argument. I hope this message gets through to Monomi Park. Most likely not. I am a very small YouTuber that nobody ever pays attention to, so most likely my words are going to fall on deaf ears. So this is most likely a moot point, but I am a huge fan of Monomi Park. I love their games. I love Slime Rancher. I love Slime Rancher 2. But this is something that needs to change. This is an addition the game absolutely needs. So, anyway, that's it. That's all I got. So, bye.